Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Mr. Incredible signing in for another edition of Miles in the Morning. Health equals wealth. Go get you some, baby. Today, I want to change it up a little bit and give you a little dose of reality. In my opinion, it's only two things that most responsible Americans are worried about in this day and age. Number one, living too long and running out of money. Number two, dying too soon and not leaving anything. What do I mean by living too long and running out of money? What happens when you reach retirement, you retire, and you run out of money? What you're going to end up having to do is go back to work, even after you retire. In fact, some people are in a position where they won't ever get an opportunity to retire. They might be 60, 70. They might be working in the customer service industry or what have you. But they're in a position where they didn't adequately save enough money to retire and stay retired. And I'm here to tell you that if you're not consistently contributing to a 401k or IRA, some type of retirement plan, if your plan is I get to it when I make more money, that's been the plan that most Americans have had, and unfortunately, that plan don't work. If you're a millennial,
Time
ain't no
31
Social
minutes,
Security.
34 seconds.
Distance 2.25 miles. Pace.
If you banking your
2
retirement
seconds per mile.
on Social
Split
Security,
pace 17
guess
minutes,
what?
16
You
seconds per mile.
If you thinking, oh man, my job go hook me up, you toast. In today's arena, what's different from back in our parents' arena is in our parents' arena, once you got a job, you was able to work for that company 30, 40 years and retire with a pension. But today, that ain't going on. Most jobs got a life of 6 to 7 years. People change their job 6 or 7 times, and they barely have anything significant saved where they could live through retirement and potentially pass it to a beneficiary. The other challenge is dying too soon and not leaving anything. Man, too many times in the African American community, you have situations where it's a single parent home, Big Mama raising 5 kids. Then when Big Mama transition, those 5 kids aren't in a position to keep that home that Big Mama slaved and put in blood, sweat, and tears to accomplish. So, one of the ways that you can set your family up to have inheritance, where you can set your family up where you don't have to worry about that home being taken away when you transition, is through life insurance. In the life insurance industry, it's a concept called renting wealth until you own wealth. What do I mean? Well, if you accumulate assets that's worth $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, what have you, be it your home, your vacation home, automobiles, whatever you have. If you don't have enough money saved where you can write a check to pay that off, you're able to leverage your money with little dollars through life insurance. For most families, $100 to $200 can get you anywhere between $100,000 to $1 million, depending on your age and your health. Now, a lot of people, or I would say most millennials, they spend $100 probably in the weekend at the bar, at the club, at the on the run concert, what have you. But then they'll turn around and fix their mouth and say that they don't have any money for life insurance. I'm here to tell you that Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That plan don't work. That I'll get to it later plan. You got to do something now. You got to do something today to change your family tree. What would it look like if you made the investment, purchased the $1 million life insurance policy, in any event that you transition, overnight your loved ones are cash millionaires? What would that look like? What they could do is, after they inherit that $1 million, they can use a portion of those proceeds to purchase maybe a $10 million policy or a $100,000 policy on themselves, and then keep on building that wealth generation after generation, where eventually your family name becomes synonymous with the Rockefellers, with the Gates, and what have you. We have to start moving away from the out of sight, out of mind mentality and start getting serious about what's going on. As a parent, you would expect that if you invest the blood, sweat, and tears into raising your kids, God forbid in the event that you need them, you would hope that they'll be in a position to help you. However, if you proactive, you can be in a position where you don't become a burden to your kids, your family, your loved ones, by you just paying a minor sacrifice and start investing and saving into your retirement.
Time,
Even if
36
all you can
minutes,
do
19
is
seconds.
$25 a month,
Distance,
$100 a month,
2.50 miles.
the amount
Pace,
is
14
irrelevant
minutes,
at this point.
32
What
seconds
you got to do
per
is
mile.
you got to build
Split
that muscle,
pace, 18
get in the habit
minutes,
of saving,
58 seconds
and
per
eventually
mile.
over time, from you saving, you gonna realize opportunity. You gonna come you gonna run into some lump sums. You gonna be in a position where you can save more. However, if you don't start doing anything immediately, your dreams and aspirations of retirement, I can tell you, is just gonna be that, just a dream. It ain't gonna happen. If you busting your butt to acquire all these things and you don't have life insurance, then you just turning your wheels. You toast. Because I'm here to tell you, man, generation after generation, the value of the dollar is getting smaller and smaller. A dollar ain't going as far as it used to 20, 30 years ago. And 20, 30 years from now, that dollar ain't going to even be able to get you diddly squat. So, today ain't been as motivational and as exciting as I normally do. But it's been weighing on my heart just to drop these nuggets on people's spirit. So hopefully they can make a informed decision about the choices that they're making in their life and make some changes. So again, this is Warren, Mr. Incredible Edwards, signing off for another edition of Miles in the Morning. Health equals wealth. Go get you some, baby.